Today, I want to talk about what is love, or actually, the better way to pose this question is what is each person's definition of love? Because the way I see it is, talk about love is just being love, right? So when you are love, then that's how you receive love, and that's how you give love. Now in the society today, and I'm sure it's always been that way, really, everyone gives love their own definition, from their own perspective, from their own upbringing. So that's why the term love, it's so convoluted when it comes to defining love, because it could have billions of different definitions. So I say an example is when you love certain food, right? So some people love ice cream. My kids do. And now some of the people, take one bite and an ice cream cone, and that's it, they're done. So you talk to a person that loves ice cream, and they can stand by it, and they're what they believe in, and they can argue with you until you turn blue how delicious it tastes, and how good it makes them feel like, and on and on and on, right? The same thing, analogy could be applied to religion. So, or my religion's better than your religion, which I'll talk about that hopefully in another video. So again, the term love and the definition of love is defined by who is given or receiving the love. So people go in relationships and they feel like at least they're not receiving the love they want, or the love they expected, right? So now that is, I believe, if not, like majority of relationships, I would imagine. And it could be in all sorts of relationships. It could be in boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife, daughter and parents and children, friendships. It's all about what I feel as I'm receiving the love from that person is based on my interpretation of love, not so much what the other people define love as. So here we are going through life, and people complain about, well, or in relationships, let's say, people complain about that I am giving you love, I have been giving you love by doing X, Y, and Z. Well, the other person's rebuttal is, no, that's not love. Because you did not do ABC for me. You see how funny this gets? This could go on and on and on, and it has been going on and on and on for, I'm sure, ever since humans started walking on this planet. So I would approach this different. Instead of, first there's an issue of expectation, right? So that's something, it's a whole different topic by itself, that it's worth a discussion at some point. But so we got to get rid of that and just go in a relationship, any kind of relationship, without any expectations. The other issue is, instead of focusing, and once you get rid of that expectations, let's say, then you focus on your own action, right? I got to focus on my own action as to what is my definition of love, right? And try to understand the other person's definition of love, or the other party's definition of love. So, and that all opens up another subject of communications. So if I don't know what the other person's definition of love is, I wouldn't be able to give it. And that goes on to another subject, as now you become a people pleaser, right? So assuming that you try to understand the other person's position, oh, so this is what I need to do. I need to buy you this thing instead of that thing, and so that's your definition of love. So now it seems like I'm giving you love. Now, is that what I just did? That's completely out of integrity, right? So I didn't do something from my core belief, and from, now if I did it out of love without any expectation, that's fine. But if I did it as to please that person, now that's definitely out of integrity. And whenever it's out of integrity, it's not love. It didn't come from love. It doesn't come from love. So how do you go through life and make sure that you are given the love your significant other, or people around you, or friends, family members, and so forth, crave for? Well, frankly, that's something that needs to be discussed further at a further discussion at a later time, because in my opinion, you don't have to try hard to appease other people, and unless if you're doing it out of love, right? So it's a very, very tough conversation, And I would love to talk about this more. And I will, as a matter of fact. But for today, in a somewhat cold fall weather in Southern California in 40s day, this was on my mind and I wanted to share that. Thanks.